Hello everyone, this is Alexandra from LIBRA Tarot. I want to thank you for all your comments, all your shares, or all your thumbs up, also for all your thumbs down, especially if you explain why. I read all your comments, I'm not always answering, but I read them always. And yeah, and for every email you wrote me. So thank you for all this. And we're starting reading for March, although it's the 10th of February. But I thought that maybe if I start this early, this time I'll be on time with everything. So I hope you are all well. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, don't be disheartened. Just check your sun sign, but also your moon sign, and perhaps especially your rising sign. Okay? Alright, so let's begin. See you in your reading. Hello Libra, this is a reading for you for March 2017. As you can see, I've already laid out the cards, as I've already done reading in Polish, so I know what's going on here. At the bottom of the deck, and this is the main energy of this reading, is Ten of Swords in reverse. So in the upright position, this is a very painful card. A card of betrayal, a card of the painful ending of something. And you may feel backstabbed, you may feel that something needed to end, you had to say, cut everything off, and end something in a very abrupt and not a very pleasant way. But here it's in the reverse, so it means, for me, that it's over. This pain, this anguish you might have felt is over now, especially that right beneath these Ten of Swords you have the Sun, which is a beautiful card of harmonious progress and joy and seeing things clearly and being very much in yourself. And yeah, that's quite optimistic here. So the sun is shining. It's not that visible in this deck, but it usually depicts a moment just before dawn. So the sun is about to rise, and it is rising, as you can see here. It has already risen, although you may not feel it yet, but it's shining on you, shining upon you, so don't worry. Although the beginning of your reading is not very optimistic, I feel this is the energy that's still present, but perhaps it's also going away, or it's your challenge to change it. You have Five of Pentacles together with King of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Pentacles is a card of luck. These are financial problems, instability, being in this very difficult moment before the spring. I don't know what's the name for it in English, what's the word, but it was the most difficult time of the year, when the supplies were ending and the earth was still covered in snow and you couldn't find anything to eat and people were dying. Sorry, I laugh, but that was, yeah, life was like that. We sometimes don't appreciate the world we live in, that we are healthy, we have the place to live, we have almost always something to eat, we are warm, we can sleep in a safe place. So here's your lack of something. Perhaps it's not the way it used to be, it's harder than it used to be, But you know, this little flower is already here. So there are first signs of the sun, of the snow melting. You have this mist here, which indicates that it's melting and everything will flow again. And the King of Pentacles, if it was in the upright position, I would say it's improving. If it's in a reverse position, I would say this is the cause of it. He's looking straight into this tree, not only on his pentacle, but also to this tree. So something went wrong here. I feel that in the upright position, this might be you dealing with things normally, but something went wrong. You weren't able to react the way you usually do, and now you're quite surprised with it. I feel quite surprised with what happened here. And perhaps you may feel because of this experience, this difficult experience, you may feel not very much sure of yourself on a material level. Perhaps your self-esteem was somewhat lowered because of this, and you didn't find yourself yet in the normal upright position when you cope with material problems on an everyday basis. The other possibility is that this is the actual person. This is someone who caused you this trouble. Usually, King of Pentacles is someone very reliable and very able, as with money and other material things. The Master of Coin, I would say. But in the reverse, this is someone who didn't cope well, who perhaps wasn't the way you expected, who you thought this was a trustful person, and he or she occurred to be not very trustworthy, and maybe someone stole something from you, or just wasted your money or your time or other material resources here. But I usually interpret, when I do general readings, I usually interpret these cards as your energies. So you may feel not safe in the material realm now, which isn't very surprising, but still it doesn't make you close on other levels of your existence. And you have a beautiful Knight of Cups here. This is a very innocent energy. When I look at this card, I always see this greenery and this beautiful blue cloak and this beautiful white light shining on a white horse, and a silver cup, and the water is also white, so it's very pure. And this is the open heart given to someone. This can be you giving it to someone, or someone is giving it to you. So there's an offer of love, a very open, sincere offer here. It's feeling, it's emotions in action, taking action. But what I feel here is that something is not on the same timeline here. Because right beneath you have this Queen of Cups, and she may be the receiver of the cup, and she may be able to share the cup with this knight. You see? And we have Lovers here, right? Which is karmic relationship, something very important in your life, perhaps in your love life, but not necessarily. Anyway, there's this decision to be made, I feel, whether to take this cup, whether to take this offer or not. And somehow I feel you don't feel ready for this yet. When it appears, you don't feel ready yet. Perhaps because of these problems, because when you have material problems, all the other levels of your existence are somewhat endangered. Because this material basic level is very important to build upon. You can only build upon the base. You probably heard of Maslow's pyramid. And that's it. When you are materially safe, you can build upon it. You can then progress on a mind level, on a spiritual level, and do anything you want. But if your material bases are endangered, the best thing you can do is to fix it first. And I feel that this is what you do with this temperance. And that's why I said time is needed here. Temperance is right in the center of your reading. So this is the central energy here. Very important. And you can see these two cups from these two persons. Two cups are always about partnership. So these two people can be partners. And they probably will meet. But first, some time needs to pass. But first, something needs to be done here with the temperance. Temperance is always about looking for right proportions, looking for right recipe, changing proportions, trying new things, mixing each element within this concoction, only to find the right path, the right proportions within this potion of life. Okay? But it requires time, and it requires effort, and it requires patience to do it. It's not done in a moment, no. So I feel you need time to first to be this King of Pentacles in the upright position, coping with all the material problems you may have, and feeling well on this basis. And only then you can be the Queen of Cups, that is ready to be intimate with someone, that is ready to share the cup. You're not ready yet. That's what I feel here. And the decision you need to make is whether you are ready to work on it now or not. Maybe you're not even ready to this. Maybe you're not even ready to wait. It can be like that. Okay? And at the bottom line, I feel this is telling you what you should do to regain this this feeling that you can cope with problems. What to do to regain the strength, to be powerful again, to be sure again. And these are not easy energies. You have 2 sevens here. And let's start with the first one, which for some reason is very notorious among tarot readers. I don't agree with it. This is often called a theft card, a sneaky card. Someone is trying to steal something and run away with it. Someone is trying to avoid taking responsibility for something. These are very negative energies connected with this. And I absolutely don't see it this way. It's all about non-conformism. And it's all about thinking out of the box. And it's all about being witty. Smart. It's about smartness. And I know that sometimes smartness may be perceived as something dubious. And thinking outside of the box may be, seen as something, nobody does that. Well, who cares? If it's okay, if you don't hurt anyone, if you check your values standing behind this behavior, and they are okay, proceed with it. Do it. Do it because it makes you lighter. It makes you stronger. You need to leave something behind here, and it's smart. And what I like about this depiction of this card is that this guy is wearing a pentagram on his neck. And a pentagram is a symbol of wisdom. So it's wise to do it. And it's sometimes wise to do it the other way everyone expects you to do. Don't look at it. Don't look at what people expect. You are the most important here. Your task is to be happy in this life. This is the best thing you can do for you. So you first, no matter what people say, if your intentions are good, if your values are good, go on, proceed. Don't look away, don't look back. It's okay. It may be difficult especially to have people against you because they are not accustomed to this kind of behavior. But who cares? If it's okay for you, if you don't hurt anyone, if you progress, do it. Do it your way, Libra. And you have the Seven of Wands, which is kind of fighting, kind of standing your ground, defending something. But when I look at this card, I always see the face of this man, and he's almost smiling, as you can see. So it's a competitive energy. There's nothing wrong in it. It's like the competition in sport. There's nothing wrong in sport. We have two people fighting against one another, but there's nothing wrong in it. It's fun. It's helping you to grow, and especially it's helping you to be re-established again. That's what I was talking about. To regain your strength, to remind you who you are. And to do it, you have to be separate from the others. You have to redraw yourself in a way, by action, and sometimes by being in the opposition to someone, right? You get to know again who you are by this kind of behavior. So you're against here, against society, against some forces, but you know who you are thanks to this. And the third way to do, this can be understood in at least two ways. One is being nostalgic, remembering good times, and dwelling in it and being happy about it. But here I see it more as being able to enjoy everyday activities. Being able to recognize what I said at the beginning, how lucky you are to be in a place you are in. The very fact that you're listening to what I say and you're watching my channel means that you are a very privileged person on this earth. We often forget about it, but we all are in 5 or 10% of the most successful, the most wealthy people on this earth. Do you realize that? Do you remember about this every day? Many people don't. Many people? I don't know. Okay. But people tend to forget about how lucky they are and how happy they should be because of that. Life is giving us wonderful opportunities to live our lives and to grow. And your task here is to recognize this and to enjoy every day, every single minute of it, every single event that encounters you. Take it and appreciate it. Appreciate your life in every tiny bit you are given, because you're not given it forever. Okay? And take your time take your time to re-establish yourself again and to feel happy in here and now. And that's when the temperance works best. That's how I feel. So you get over this. You'll get over this. The sun is already shining upon you. But you need time to re-establish yourself again and to feel yourself again in every here and now. And maybe then you'll be able to share your cup, to accept the offer or to give an offer, and to live this beautiful karmic relationship here. Okay, Libra, that was a reading for you. I hope you enjoyed. If it doesn't resonate, no. Whether it resonates or not, check your moon and rising sign, because you can have additional information there. If it doesn't resonate at all, check another reader, because there are plenty of us here. And I wish you a beautiful month, and I send you my blessings. Bye-bye.